The world's largest living structure is not a mountain, but a coral reef that's been exploding with life for millennia. Imagine a vast underwater metropolis teeming with an estimated 500 species of fish, invertebrates and algae. The Great Barrier Reef in Australia is the largest coral reef system in the world, spanning over 300 kilometers. For centuries, this incredible ecosystem has been a haven for marine life, supporting commercial fisheries and tourism. But behind the scenes of this vibrant reef lies a complex network of coral, algae and tiny animals working together to create this underwater wonder. Coral polyps, tiny animals that secrete a hard, calcium carbonate exoskeleton, form the foundation of the reef. These polyps come in a variety of species, each with its unique characteristics and roles within the ecosystem. For example, some coral polyps have a symbiotic relationship with single-celled algae, which produce nutrients through photosynthesis. This mutualistic relationship allows the coral to thrive in low-nutrient environments and has led to the development of some of the most diverse ecosystems on the planet. However, this delicate balance is under threat from climate change, overfishing and pollution, which can have devastating consequences for the reef. As the ocean's temperature rises, coral bleaching events become more frequent, causing coral to expel its algal symbionts and turn white, often leading to their death. But that's not the strangest part. The coral reef is also home to a variety of nocturnal creatures that come out to hunt and feed at night. Imagine a giant trevally, a large predatory fish, stalking its prey through the darkness, using its exceptional night vision to catch its next meal. And then something unexpected happened. Scientists discovered that the coral reef itself is a complex, three-dimensional city, with its own architecture and engineering. The reef's framework is made up of coral colonies, each one a tiny city, with its own inhabitants and relationships. For example, some coral species have developed unique relationships with certain species of fish, which help to clean the coral and remove parasites. This fascinating process is called reciprocal altruism, where both parties benefit from their interaction. But what about the impact of human activities on this delicate ecosystem? Overfishing, for instance, can lead to a decline in fish populations, which in turn affects the entire food chain. Pollution from land-based activities can also harm the coral and its inhabitants, causing them to become stressed and more vulnerable to disease. Climate change is perhaps the biggest threat to the coral reef, as rising sea temperatures and ocean acidification can make it difficult for coral to grow and survive. The consequences of these impacts can be devastating: coral bleaching, reduced fish populations, and decreased biodiversity. However, there is hope for the coral reefs. Future scientists and conservationists are working together to protect and restore the reef. For example, some researchers are developing new technologies to help coral reefs grow faster and more resilient to climate change. Additionally, marine protected areas are being established to provide a safe haven for coral and its inhabitants. These efforts can have a significant impact. A study found that coral reefs within marine protected areas tend to be healthier and more resilient than those outside. But what about the impact on humans? The coral reef provides a source of income and livelihoods for millions of people around the world through tourism and commercial fishing. However, the decline of the coral reef can have significant economic and social consequences, particularly for communities that rely heavily on the reef. In fact, some estimates suggest that the loss of coral reefs could lead to economic losses of up to $100 billion per year. So, what can we do to help protect the coral reef? One way is to support conservation efforts and reduce our carbon footprint, which can help to mitigate the impacts of climate change. Another way is to adopt sustainable fishing practices and reduce pollution from land-based activities. By working together, we can help to preserve this incredible ecosystem for future generations. The coral reef is an incredible example of the interconnectedness of our planet and the importance of protecting our natural resources. It's a reminder that our actions have consequences and that we must take responsibility for preserving the beauty and wonder of our world. If you found this fascinating, subscribe for more incredible stories like this. Subscribe to explore more amazing discoveries. And let me know in the comments what fascinates you most about the coral reef. Want more mind-blowing facts? Hit subscribe and join our journey of discovery.